What's up, class? This is Mr. Lorenzoni, live from the track room. I'm not actually live, obviously, but just finished up these tutorials for you. I'm not sure if you're gonna watch them, but they're out there just in case. Okay, so last time we were doing this, the bell rang. So let me remind us where we were. We had finished using kind of a longer approach, the Roman numerals to numbers. And then we started working on numbers to Roman numerals, okay? And all we were doing, we just did for x, b, and I. All we did, if it's greater than 10, add an x to the string that we created. And this is something that I thought I got over class, but I don't know if I actually did, based on how you guys know how to do it. So, like, you can create a string by going equals like that, and that creates an empty character array that you could just add to. So, like, equals x, and add to x, and add a y, and add to y, and you type in. So I'm the first index, second index. Now I'm doing the third index. So it's just works like a vector or an array. And if I want to do like 3 to 5, which is important coming up, and I do like x, y, z, now my string is x, y, z. Okay? So that's just how you add them to a string. So that's what we did. Created the string, wrong string, and I kept adding to it. Okay? So, and then we would subtract. If we added an I, we would subtract 1. If we added a 5, or a v, we would subtract 5. And we added an x, we would subtract 10. And C was kind of our counter, or moving our index over each time, so we added 1 to it each time we added 1. And the key is now, sometimes we're going to add 2, so we have to add 2 to this, okay? But yeah, so let's run it just to see. Okay, and I'll type in like 8, and I am not displaying it, but here it says VII, so let's display it. So, if C is greater than 1, which means it's gone in that counter, then F print F, okay, and say percent F for number equals percent S for string, \n, new line, type, you gotta insert in there, and this is where I made the initial, so up top, because we're decreasing the num by each time. Oh yeah, I haven't done this yet. Yeah, so what I'm going to need to do is create a variable that doesn't change each time I do it. So num's decreasing, which is why our while loop works, but just say initial equals num. So then we can use that later on in our code when we print. So initial, which is the same thing as the original number you plugged in, plugged into there. And then percent %s is just string. Do we concatenate it? I don't know. Let's see. We might not even need time. So let's try this. Okay. And then add. So let's run it again. Okay. 9. There we go. Cool. And this is not working, right? This is a good example because it's just adding them up. So this is kind of, seems like a cheap way to do it, but it's how you have to do it. To do 9, you just have to add another else if. Right? So copy and paste this. Okay. Else if it's 9, then add VIX. And then the key is it's C to C plus 1, because we need to do it over 2 things because of 2 indexes, because we're adding 2, and then we need to add 2 to here, and we don't subtract 5, we subtract 9. So we check it. If it's greater than or equal to 9, so we've already checked 10, so 9 is the next logical one. If that's the case, okay, then you add this, but you have to add to 2 indexes, so you use C to C plus 1, and then you add 2 because you've used 2 indexes up, so you don't want to, you would overwrite the x if you just did plus 1, and you subtract 9. Okay, and let's do 4. 4 is the other one we have to add. Okay, 4 IV C to C plus 1 add 2 minus 4. Okay, now let's run it. There we go. So it's working. Cool. Okay, but now we need to do this for all the Roman numerals. Okay, so once again, kind of pain in the butt, but that's okay. So we're going to start. Okay, and this is, what's the next one? 40. And what is 40? XL. And it's C to C plus 1, right? And then C plus 2, and then 40. This is kind of repetitive, but we got to get through it. Okay, and hopefully you're understanding this. Once again, if this is confusing to you still, I'm not going to do it in the video, but you can stop. What you can do is get the code in and then do breakpoint to the beginning of the loop and watch it scroll through it, and then watch the variables change in the workspace as they're updated. We're just adding one character here, so that's why I changed it back to C and 1. Okay, what's the next one? Think. Hopefully you got 90. Awesome. C to C plus 1, C plus 2, minus 90. Cool. What's the next one? Think. It's pretty straightforward. 100. Okay. This is just C. Just C here. Just adding C plus 1 because we're just taking out one index. Minus 100. Okay, next one. 2. What's the next one? 400. Hopefully you got that. Next, our CD. C to C plus 1. C plus 2 minus 4. Almost done, guys. We're rocking it. Else if, Control C. Okay. And we should 500. C to C plus 1. Just add 1 to the one index. 500. Okay. 2 more. And then we got the whole code complete. Which is pretty dope. Okay. C M C plus 1 because we're doing 2 indexes plus 2 minus 900. Okay, and last one. To make this work, we gotta change it to an if. Okay, greater than 1,000. M C to C plus 1. C plus 1. Okay. Cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try. The best one's to try something like 99, whereas 2 of the special cases in a row, 999 is probably the hardest one, so that's the one to try. Okay, let's do it. So that's 990 and 9. So it should be CM XC IX. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do the first. Okay, CM XC IX. 999 dope. Okay, and go the other way. ROM num 999. CM. Awesome. Okay, so once again, hopefully this helps. I know I'm probably going to do the best job explaining, but see me work through the process. And if you're confused exactly why I did something, I think a really good way is to just add a breakpoint, beginning of the loop, and then watch the variables change as it goes through. Okay. The next video is going to 2 videos. We'll discuss how to shorten the code. Okay. Because we've set it up, if you've noticed, where there's a lot of repetition in this, so we've set it up because we have these indexes that are changing, and that because the code is very similar between each nested if, especially here, that we can make them in a loop. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. Cool. Okay.